The Pulse of Spokane is a broad show that showcases many different things in our community, sponsored by Local 29 Firefighters Union, Well Dressed Walrus, and Homes for You.
Well, welcome in to the Pulse of Spokane. I'm your host again, Andrew Tenney, back from a bit of a hiatus. And we've got another great show for you, as we do every week. Today we're going to have on Heather Osbourne with Big Brothers Big Sisters, as well as Don Poffenroth, as I was telling him, one of the more fun last names to say, with Dry Fly, and then David Facer with Western Advisors. And so we will be right back and get on with the show, but first, a quick word from our sponsors.
We believe every person is created in the image of God, with immeasurable beauty and worth, that people should not be defined by their present condition or past mistakes. We are all broken. We need each other. Healing for our brokenness begins with connection, with understanding how much we are loved by a good God. And with healing comes change, the potential for joy and meaning. No one was created for mere survival on the streets, for an existence blurred by mind-numbing substances. Each person is created with a purpose, a unique gift no one else can offer the world. Our job is to help them rediscover it. Real people, real change. Union Gospel Mission.
Welcome to Apex Plaza, Spokane's one-stop cannabis destination. Apex Cannabis features thousands of economy, value, and luxury cannabis products. Cannagear features hemp-based CBD products, glass, goods, and gear. Stop by 1325 North Division to experience the Apex difference.
This product has intoxicating effects and may be habit-forming. Marijuana can impair concentration, coordination, and judgment. Do not operate a vehicle or machinery under the influence of this drug. There may be health risk associated with the consumption of this product. For use only by adults 21 and older. Keep out of the reach of children.
The economy is getting stronger. Banks are lending again, and interest rates are at historic lows. Now is a great time to buy your dream home. The caring and knowledgeable professionals at Homes for You have been helping people just like you for over 20 years. They take the time to listen to what you want and will help you find just the right home in Washington or Idaho. Real estate is what we do at Homes for You, 928-5782, or visit online at homes4uspokane.com.
Hi, this is Kurt Stockwell with Well Dressed Walrus. We are a local website design and development company here in Spokane. What we do is build beautiful, usable websites for local businesses. A website needs to be beautiful, it needs to be usable for your users, your customers, and yourself. Contact us anytime. We'd love to talk with you about your online marketing.
Thanks for sticking around. Welcome back into the Pulse. And I'm sitting here with Heather Osbourne of Big Brothers and Big Sisters. Heather, thank you for taking the time to be here. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
So take the floor.
Okay.
Tell us about Big Brothers Big Sisters. Give us the lay of the land, what you guys are about.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
So we are a nonprofit. We're a mentoring organization. We match volunteers that come to us in the community with youth that are also coming to us. And through an extensive enrollment process, like I said, we match the kids and going out and just hanging out, doing fun things out in the community 2 to 4 times a month, a couple hours each time.
Okay. And what is the actual matching process like? I was going over your website and I saw that, you can apply to be a mentor or, sign up yourself. How does that matching process go?
Exactly. So really for our youth, they're all put into a pool. So it's not just that the parents that enrolled the month prior will be any more, their child isn't more likely to get matched any more quicker than anybody else.
Okay.
Really it is through the volunteers that are coming to us. We're interviewing them at the same time as Our enrollment and matching specialist is interviewing the youth and really just coming up with those likes and interests are.
Okay.
In a mentor, activities, we really want to match people that have mutual likes. So we're not matching someone that likes to work on cars with somebody that's a sports kid. Just making that natural match for the mutual interests.
Okay.
And then, so that's really in a nutshell how it
Is there a specific age range that you guys typically tailor around, or is it widespread, or what's that like?
Yeah, so for the youth, it's anywhere for little brothers as young as 7, and little sisters as young as 8. They can get on that list to go through that enrollment process to be matched.
Okay.
For our volunteers, we want them to at least be 18 and out of high school.
Yeah, understandably
Yeah.
so. Okay. Is this a year-round thing? You were saying 2 to 4 times a month that they actually interact and hang out together in this. It's not like a seasonal thing or anything like that, is it?
We have a couple different programs. Our community-based program is the one that I spoke to, and most people, when they think of Big Brothers Big Sisters, that's what they think of. It's been around for a long time, and that is really seasonal. It's throughout the whole year, 2 to 4 times a month, a couple hours each time. We do also have a site-based program, and this is specifically where the volunteer is meeting at the child's school during lunch and recess, and so really they're only meeting when school's in session. So any breaks, spring breaks, winter break, summer break, they're not meeting as well. But and then we have another program that's newer. It's called Mentor You, and this specifically is matching volunteers in the community with a youth with a freshman in high school. And so that's a newer program for us, and you're connecting primarily online through a closed website platform, and then they're getting together once a month in person at the school that we're at. And so once again, that one's not quite as much of a time commitment. It's emailing back and forth. This one is specifically college and career focused and helping that freshman, just providing some additional wraparound services as they transition from 8th grade to freshman year. It's a huge change in their life. And then trying to give them some guidance about, what might be something you're interested in as far as a career.
And helping them find that out.
Yeah.
Figure that out.
Yep.
You were mentioning that you guys had a fundraiser coming up. If you wanted to, take some time to shed a little light on that.
Yeah. So we're excited about this one. This is it's pretty easy to get involved. Businesses, family members, what it is you can create a team and raise up to at minimum of $500. Create a team of at minimum of 5 people, if not more. You fundraise for us out in the community. It's great team building for employees and for businesses and companies. And then on May 8th at night, we're basically just having a celebratory bowling party. So they're going to come join us. The goal is to fill all of the lanes at Lilac Lanes those 2 days that we're there and for those 4 parties. And really just have an opportunity. We provide pizza and they can bowl. And like I said, it's pretty easy to do. Raise $500, get 5 people on board, if not a few more, and just go and hang out and have fun and bowl and meet the staff, meet some of our matches that are there as well.
Yeah, it sounds easy enough and fun.
Yes.
Is this an annual thing that you guys do, or is this a brand new thing that you guys are introducing, or?
Yeah, this is one of, even on the national level, our oldest fundraising events that we've had.
Oh, I see.
So,
okay.
yeah, it's pretty well. It's well established. And it's great.
That was actually going to be one of my other questions. Are you guys national, or were you guys just specifically located in Spokane?
Yeah, so locally we've been around since 1964.
Wow.
But on a national level, we are the Big Brothers Big Sisters is in all of the 50 states. We have some overseas, but it's been around for over 100 years on a national level.
Okay, and we were talking about this a little bit before we got on the show, but it sounds like you've been there about 11 years in different positions.
Yeah, I've had different positions during that time.
And it really seems like you're enjoying what you're doing and really getting a lot out of it.
Yeah, I do. I enjoy it. I like hearing the impact from the parents. From the youth, we have kids that have graduated, and they're the first to graduate from high school. They're attending college. Just if you listen to some of the stories and the impact that it plays, kids that were feeling depressed, they're coming to us and they're just going out and doing fun things. And so, don't we all feel better about ourselves when we go out and we just do something fun and kind of let go and don't think about the, rest of the world during that point in time. So, yeah, it's pretty impactful. It
sounds like a really wonderful outlet, especially for those that, don't exactly have that already built into their life and their infrastructure. That's really wonderful. Exactly. That's awesome to hear. So for people that do want to get involved or perhaps volunteer or just learn more, if this conversation piques somebody's interest, where do they go? Where should they find you? Go to contact anybody?
Yeah, for sure. So if you go to our website at www.nwbigs.org, short for Northwest Bigs, you'll see where you can inquire to become a big, possibly also donate, or if you want to join that fundraising event, our Bowl for Kids' Sake event, there's also a tab there you can go to and to find out more information. Or you can always just call our office as well and talk to a staff member.
Perfect. Well, again, thank you for taking the time to come on here. I know that you have other things to go off and do, but we really appreciate, you coming and showcasing a really wonderful organization. We appreciate the time.
That's awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. And we'll be right back with Don Poffenroth of Dry Fly right after this.
Well, this is Bloomsday in Spokane. We got about 40 firefighters and their friends and family handing out 40,000 cups of water as the day goes by.
It's a very good opportunity to see the public and support them and help them out and cheer them on during Bloomsday.
It's one of the best things about Spokane is that we have these major events and the whole community comes together not just to participate, but to volunteer and show that they really care about our city and making our city look great.
This type of an event really is emblematic of Spokane because so many people get involved. We have 50,000 people probably running this race. Always has been a very huge event.
Right now we're at the corner of Broadway and Nettleton. It's the last water station before the finish, so people are pretty much dehydrated by the time they get to us. They really need our water.
The water stations are a vital part, especially on warm days like today. It's real important that we have the volunteers to help with that. Without the volunteers, Bloomsday wouldn't exist.
All up and down the course, there are people that are involved in this celebration. It really is a celebration of what Spokane's all about.
I'm Nikki Butler, and I'm a regional manager for STCU. My lunch buddy is Nicole.
I'm Brandy Schloss. I'm a regional manager at STCU. My lunch buddy is Angelina. She's grown up with me. I've grown up with her. To see her graduate will be a lot of fun.
Brandy and I have been lunch buddies since the girls were in 2nd grade. It's great that STCU provides me with the opportunity to be part of Reach for the Future. We are committed to the children. We're committed to our community. I'm Nikki.
I'm Brandy.
And STCU is here for good.
This is River Ridge Frame Shop, called Frame It Today, where we can take your art, customize it, and get it ready to hang on the wall. Here at River Ridge Hardware, 2803 West Garland.
Welcome to a new kind of talk show, Spokane Talks, where you find news, views, and conversations that include respect for opinions, facts, and diversity.
Spokane Talks, Saturdays at 8 a.m. on Fox 28.
And we're back, and I am sitting here with Don Poffenroth. Thank you again for taking the time to come out here, and we appreciate you sitting down. So I was looking at your website for Dry Fly, correct?
Yes.
And one of the big things I took away from it and that was showcased on there was the fly fishing aspect.
Yeah.
And was that the inspiration, or is that something that directly correlates with the business itself?
That's a great question. I think Dry Fly was born out of a couple of things. One, corporate terminal burnout.
Okay.
So I was a corporate guy for 20-some years in that world, and decided that was not nearly as much fun as it sounded when I started. And the desire to fish more. So I tried to create a business that encompassed both those things, at least from a philosophical standpoint.
I see.
All being said, we've been wildly successful. I have not fished a whole lot more, though.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
How are we? What are we going to do to change that?
I just need to retire.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
and I can fish full time. I mean, that's the ultimate objective, right?
So we're thinking in the next week, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
You never know.
All right.
Anything can happen.
Okay. Well, that's very interesting. But
Yeah.
I mean, what a place to start. You know, what a crux.
Yeah. I mean, we have been incredibly fortunate. This has been kind of maybe a Cinderella story for Spokane, and I think there are a lot of reasons for that. We are a very Spokane company. So all of our raw materials that we use in our facility are grown within 30 miles. We have individual relationships with each farmer that we use. They're all over 100 years old.
Wow.
So we've made, critical decisions kind of along the way that have supported that whole thing. We're very involved in fundraising activities in Spokane. We've been recognized as the Small Business of the Year. We've been recognized as a philanthropic Small Business of the Year. So we are all about giving back to our community. And the community responds very well to that. I mean, Spokane is a big farm town, and we're kind of distiller farmers. So,
just so that the viewers and the listeners are aware, the company. What are you guys? What do you guys do?
So we are a farm-to-bottle small distillery, and we started in 2007. At that time, there were 20 small distilleries in the U.S. When we used to have meetings as a national organization, we all sat at 2 tables. It's a little different today. And we've been very fortunate to have an amazing market response here. It's allowed us to grow into selling product in 35 or 40 states across the U.S. We sell internationally as well, at least when tariffs don't bother us. That's a whole other story.
Right.
And then we have been incredibly fortunate to win literally hundreds of awards, national and international awards. So we work really hard. We're an incredibly small company. There's 10 or 11 people in our entire company. Everybody is super engaged. We've never lost an employee, so people stay with us forever, and it's a very family-oriented scenario.
That's quite the feat. That's something to hang your hat on.
Yeah.
What would you say is the importance of the farm to bottle?
I think when we started, we wanted to create a product that represented where we were from, so that became the primary focus, and then we made our products fit that. So we worked kind of backwards, starting with the raw material and moving forward. So it's been our goal and objective to showcase what's grown in this area.
And clearly it's working for you.
Clearly it's working for us. Yeah, it's been working really well. We're just getting ready to literally blow up as a company, figuratively and in reality.
Oh, so you haven't already, man.
Well,
you would have fooled me.
We're at 100% capacity currently, which is precarious as a manufacturer. But we just announced a $5 million expansion project, so we're moving downtown, which is an amazing thing for us. We found a unicorn building. We're going to be at the corner of Riverside and Monroe, which is the old Spokesman Review Press building. And it's just an amazing find for us. It's sometimes good things come together.
Mm-hmm. And you were saying before this, you guys have been around for how long now?
This is our 13th year.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And so this expansion, is this just, have you guys announced that?
Literally,
did this come along recently?
It is just happening. We've been working on it for 4 years. So, projects like this take a long time. So,
understandably,
this will be us multiplying our capacity by up to tenfold. Some of that is called for currently. Some of it is building future expansion. We're going to expand our tasting room capabilities. We'll have a full restaurant on site and just more to make that kind of tourist-based business for us to showcase what we do.
Okay. And also, when I was on your website looking at you guys, I saw that there was a tab that said Our School. What is that about? And if you could touch on that a little bit.
When we started in 2007, again, there were a small number of small distilleries in the U.S. So getting started, our equipment manufacturer is a German company. They're 170 years old. They're the longest continuous still manufacturer in the world. And so we had a number of people that wanted to come hang out with us and kind of learn what we were doing.
Okay.
I mean, and we made that a class scenario. I don't know if it's really a class. It's probably more like a camp. It's ultimately how it works out. But I think we've trained, 40 or 50 small distilleries in the U.S. Through our facility. So we kind of took it as a rising tide philosophy, right?
I see,
If we can set a good standard and we all belly up to that standard, it's a good thing for the industry.
So restaurant, as well as putting out your products, teachers.
Yeah.
What's next other than retiring?
That's enough right there.
Is that
frankly, yeah? I mean, I think that my goal as the founder of the company is to get it to the point where it's set for the future, and I have to be always looking for, and I'm incredibly fortunate. I have probably of that. The thing small business struggles with, finding the right people. I have an amazing core group of people that hopefully will take over the day I need to go fishing.
Well, it sounds like you're in a pretty good position as of now.
Yeah, I like it.
Great to hear. For people that want to know more, or were intrigued by this conversation and don't know your product, I mean, where other than the shelves, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure. And we have a fully functioning tasting room that we're basically open noon to 8 most days of the week, so you can come by and experience our product there and talk to literally the guys who make it, and who will kind of walk you through our process. We're not shy about sharing, so yeah, come visit us. We're at Trent and Hamilton, basically at the corner of Trent and Hamilton, 1 block north, 1 block east of that, and then we'll be downtown by the end of the year.
Okay, very cool. Well, thank you for, again, stopping by and sharing all this. It sounds like you guys are really doing well. It's crazy to think that you guys have been around for 13 years and now you're expanding too. Man, and you're not done yet.
I know, we're not done yet.
Well, thank you again for the time, Don.
You got it.
We appreciate it, and safe travels to you.
Thank you very much.
We'll be right back with our last guest, David Facer, after this.
We believe every person is created in the image of God with immeasurable beauty and worth, that people should not be defined by their present condition or past mistakes. We are all broken. We need each other. Healing for our brokenness begins with connection, with understanding how much we are loved by a good God. And with healing comes change, the potential for joy and meaning. No one was created for mere survival on the streets, for an existence blurred by mind-numbing substances. Each person is created with a purpose, a unique gift no one else can offer the world. Our job is to help them rediscover it. Real people, real change. Union Gospel Mission.
Welcome to Apex Plaza, Spokane's one-stop cannabis destination. Apex Cannabis features thousands of economy, value, and luxury cannabis products. Cannagear features hemp-based CBD products, glass, goods, and gear. Stop by 1325 North Division to experience the Apex difference.
This product has intoxicating effects and may be habit-forming. Marijuana can impair concentration, coordination, and judgment. Do not operate a vehicle or machinery under the influence of this drug. There may be health risk associated with the consumption of this product. For use only by adults 21 and older. Keep out of the reach of children.
The economy is getting stronger. Banks are lending again, and interest rates are at historic lows. Now is a great time to buy your dream home. The caring and knowledgeable professionals at Homes for You have been helping people just like you for over 20 years. They take the time to listen to what you want and will help you find just the right home in Washington or Idaho. Real estate is what we do at Homes for You, 928-5782, or visit online at homes4uspokane.com.
Hi, this is Kurt Stockwell with Well Dressed Walrus. We are a local website design and development company here in Spokane. What we do is build beautiful, usable websites for local businesses. A website needs to be beautiful, it needs to be usable for your users, your customers, and yourself. Contact us anytime. We'd love to talk with you about your online marketing.
And we're back with our third and final guest of the show, David Facer. Appreciate, again, the time that you've taken to be out here, and we always appreciate you coming in.
Hey, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
So, Western Advisors. You are the president as well as an advisor. So tell us about Western Advisors. Tell us about the company. Tell us about the work that you do and how it's different from a lot of other life insurance.
Well, what we do is we provide retirement planning for professionals that are looking to grow and protect their assets and reduce their taxes. So that's a little bit different focus. Most people use 401ks and IRAs as retirement vehicles, and we use some different vehicles, and so I kind of wanted to talk a little about one of them called.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go ahead. And that unique product, right?
Yeah, it's kind of unique. So, essentially what it is an alternative way of saving for retirement.
Okay.
And what it does is it allows you to fund the plan in 5 years and create up to double the benefits. So, that's an extremely nice benefit. It also has some other advantages, where it protects you against stock market risks, which, this week's kind of been one of those weeks where...
Yeah, I've seen a lot about that. Yeah, not kind of a scary week, huh?
Right, yeah, it's been real scary. So, this is a vehicle that allows people to protect against stock market risk. So,
not have to worry about that as much.
Exactly.
So for people like me that don't really know, or the listeners and viewers that might not know, what is the difference between a leveraged life insurance policy as opposed to not just a regular life insurance policy? Are they one and the same, or how are they different?
Well, yeah, it's a little bit different. We call them a leveraged life insurance policy, which, technically it has another name, but which is a IUL. Index Universal Life, but the way this is different is that a bank will actually lend money to the policyholder to, essentially increase the amount that's going into the policy. So, kind of like when you when you want to buy a house, you go and get a mortgage. Mm-hmm. And why do you get a mortgage?
Well, because you can't pay for the house all at once.
Right, because otherwise you have to pay cash for the house,
right.
Or a mortgage allows you to buy a bigger house. Mm-hmm. So what this does is this allows you to, leverage your largest asset, potentially your largest asset, your retirement plan.
Okay.
And so what occurs is a bank will lend $3 for every dollar that the policyholder puts into the policy. And so what the benefit of that is the life insurance policy grows much more rapidly. It provides a greater death benefit, or also greater living benefits in the event that you have a serious illness. And ultimately, this is a vehicle that allows you to save for retirement. So what it does is it increases the amount of money that you can take out of the policy when you retire. Life insurance is a little bit different vehicle than, some people like it, some people don't like life insurance, but what life insurance has is it has tax advantages. So what happens is as the money goes into the policy, it builds up the cash value. And then when you get to a certain point where you have enough money, you can borrow against the life insurance policy. So you can take money out of a life insurance tax-free as a loan. It's really like going to a bank. When you go to a bank to borrow money, you don't have to pay tax.
Right.
So you're really just borrowing from your own life insurance policy.
So where was the inception for this leveraged life insurance policy? Where did that come from? Was that something that you guys at Western Advisors came up with, or is this some old trade that's been around that people have just forgotten about and gone to more traditional routes for?
Well, actually, it's a national company started doing it about 2000, and so we just represent them here in this area. It's a unique strategy, and how they do it is different than the way other companies have done it. We use major billion-dollar life insurance companies, so really. It's a very safe strategy because it uses the largest life insurance companies in the world. It's just really a matter of how they fund the policy that allows it to grow faster and spin off more cash flow in retirement. Okay,
I see. Were there other things that you wanted to touch at that I'm not getting at? Because I'll be honest with you, I don't know a ton. I haven't, had to really look into life insurance policies all that much. Hoping not to have to for a while, but who knows? It might be in my best interest.
Life insurance is a great vehicle for savings. I know there are a lot of advisors, or some advisors in particular, that say buy term and invest the difference. Well, these policies actually are buying term and investing the difference. Essentially what you're doing is you are buying a term life insurance policy, and then you put the money into an account, a retirement account per se, where it grows, and the life insurance company, what they do is they provide protection so that you're assured that you're not going to lose your principal, because the money is invested, or invested is probably the wrong word, but it's tied to a market index, and so you get whatever the market index returns, with two exceptions. If the market crashes, you're always protected. You have a 0% floor, and then on the other side, there's sometimes there's a cap. So. Over the long haul, though, because when you lose money in a stock market crash, what ends up occurring is you got to make up the time as well as the money. So in 2008, for example, people lost a lot of, not only did they lost a lot of money, but they lost 5 or 6 years that it took to earn back the money. So this allows you to avoid those kinds of things, and the money just kind of grows steadily, and uses what Albert Einstein calls the eighth wonder of the world, which is compound interest.
All right. Well, so for those who have watched and listened and, are hearing you describe the benefits for these leveraged life insurance policies, how do they reach out to you and get into contact with you if they want to know more or if they're interested?
Yeah, definitely. They can go to my website, which is westernadvisors.us. And, there's some information up there. It also has a contact phone number. And it's there's a good amount of information up there, videos that will educate people on the product. Like I say, it is different. It's an alternative way to save for retirement, but it does provide some tax advantages as well as stock market protection.
Okay. Well, David, thank you for taking the time to come and enlightening us and educating us that these things are out there and all the benefits that come with it. Sounds like a very reduced worry and risk take to it. So thank you again for your time. We appreciate you being here.
Letting me come on.
And thank you for tuning in to the Pulse of Spokane. Go check out our Facebook page if you haven't already. Give us a thumbs up. We really, really appreciate your guys' continued support, and we will be back next time on the Pulse.
This is Looms Day in Spokane. We got about 40 firefighters and their friends and family handing out 40,000 cups of water as the day goes by.
It's a very good opportunity to see the public and support them and help them out and cheer them on during Bloomsday.
It's one of the best things about Spokane is that we have these major events and the whole community comes together not just to participate, but to volunteer and show that they really care about our city and making our city look great.
This type of an event really is emblematic of Spokane because so many people get involved. We have 50,000 people probably running this race. Always has been a very huge event.
Right now we're at the corner of Broadway and Nettleton. It's the last water station before the finish, so people are pretty much dehydrated by the time they get to us. They really need our water.
The water stations are a vital part, especially on warm days like today. It's real important that we have the volunteers to help with that. Without the volunteers, Bloomsday wouldn't exist.
All up and down the course, there are people that are involved in this celebration. It really is a celebration of what Spokane's all about.
I'm Nikki Butler, and I'm a regional manager for STCU. My lunch buddy is Nicole.
I'm Brandy Schloss. I'm a regional manager at STCU. My lunch buddy is Angelina. She's grown up with me. I've grown up with her. To see her graduate will be a lot of fun.
Brandy and I have been lunch buddies since the girls were in second grade. It's great that STCU provides me with the opportunity to be part of Reach for the Future. We are committed to the children. We're committed to our community. I'm Nikki.
I'm Brandy.
And STCU is here for good.
This is River Ridge Frame Shop, called Frame It Today, where we can take your art, customize it, and get it ready to hang on the wall. here at River Ridge Hardware, 2803 West Garland.
Welcome to a new kind of talk show, Spokane Talks, where you find news, views, and conversations that include respect for opinions, facts, and diversity.
Spokane Talks, Saturdays at 8 a.m. on Fox 28.
Thanks for watching. Ask the host a question, recommend a guest, or check out any of our other programs on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or SpokaneTalksMedia.com. Sponsored by Local 29 Firefighters Union, Well Dressed Walrus, and Homes for You.